Good morning, Lakeview Intermediate. Today is Friday, May the 13th, and this is Lakeview Liftoff Live. Let's get started today with our morning announcements and bringing in Mrs. Frame. Good morning, Mrs. Frame.
Good morning.
How's it going today so far, the last Friday of the school year?
That's right. It's a busy one, but it's going to be great.
Yeah, it is. All right, well, let's get to our morning announcements. Library materials and fines are due today. So if you were given any fines to pay, make sure you've taken care of that or let your parents know that needs to be taken care of. That includes Chromebook fees. And if you have any library materials still out, check your room, check the car, classroom, anything that belongs to our library, please get it back and help out Mrs. Ghost and Miss King get everything back on the shelves for next year. All right, we got to talk about assessment contest results. So we had both Imagine Math and iStation challenges. So here we go. I'm going to start with Imagine Math first, remembering that the pod with the highest average quantile growth from the first benchmark to the third, so that's from September to now, would get automatic move to green for free seating in the morning and in the cafeteria. Automatically green starting today. All right. Now here's the deal. You get automatically to green, but you can lose it. So don't get too excited and get your automatic green and then have a bad day at lunch or bad in the cafe or where you're waiting area in the morning on Monday and then lose it. All right. But these pods win automatic, go to green, level up rewards right away. And they are in the fourth grade. The winning pod was with 200 average growth points. Oh my goodness, Mrs. Frame, that's massive.
That is massive.
200 growth points. So we got some major movement in math in fourth grade. But the winning pod with 200 was pod 7.
Woo! Go
Congratulations, pod 7. And in fifth grade, the winning pod with 174 average, not quite as high as pod 7, but pretty darn close, was pod 3.
Woo!
Pod 3, congratulations. And in sixth grade, the winning pod with 174 average growth points was pod 4.
Yay.
Pod 4, congratulations. So those were our Imagine Math winners. Now, in iStations, we had a challenge for free recess for the class that got, any classes that got 10 growth points in ISIP. Is that right, Mrs. Frame?
That's right.
Okay, and we had 3 classes earn that. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
We have one from sixth grade from Mrs. Stewart, and it is her 5th hour. Mrs. Stewart's 5th hour earns extra recess for getting 10 growth points in ISIP. Another one from 5th grade, and it's Mrs. Smalling's 5th grade class. Mrs. Smalling, 5th grade, 10 points growth. Got it.
Good job.
And another one from 5th grade, pod 1, Mrs. Rather's class.
Yay.
Congratulations. Mrs. Rather's homeroom.
Yep, her homeroom.
So that's, yep, Mrs. Rather's homeroom. So make sure I was reading that right. So Stewart's 5th hour, Smalling's 5th grade, and Mrs. Rather's homeroom. You get an extra recess between now and the end of the year. Congratulations. All right, I have one more huge award that was brought to me from the curriculum office here in Yukon the other day. And I have an award for the student at our school with the most lessons passed in Imagine Math this year. And Mrs. Frame, this is awesome. This student has passed, as of this morning, I believe 281 lessons.
Wow.
281 this year, is 10th in the state of Oklahoma, the entire state. Only 9 students have passed more lessons, and I don't think this student's done yet. So I wouldn't be surprised if they go up on this top 10 list in Oklahoma. But right now, 10th with 281 lessons passed. I have an Imagine Math medal, just like the Olympics. I have a bag of candy and goodies, and I have a certificate for, let me go full screen here. Certificate is for, whoops, I wanted to get just to me. Zachary Abraham, 4th grade. Congratulations.
Ooh,
Zachary,
awesome job.
come down to the office after liftoff. We're going to get a picture of you and get you your award. 281 lessons passed, the most passed at Lakeview Intermediate for this school year. Congratulations. You are today's Miller 5 shout out, Zachary, for sure. That is an awesome accomplishment. 281. Fantastic. All right. Next announcement. Beautiful days for students who had a birthday, have a birthday in July, August, September, and October. We didn't have beautiful day because of COVID. We will have beautiful day on Monday for you. This is fourth graders. We'll have beautiful day for you in the lunchroom on Monday. So you can plan on your pizza, Sprite, and dessert surprise. And we will do that. That's going to be a lot of students. There'll be more than one table, but we will have it set up for you. So fourth graders, when you come in, if you have a birthday, July, August, September, October, on Monday, just be ready to follow directions and get your special lunch. We look forward to celebrating your birthday. Even though we're a little off celebrating July, August, September, October in May, hey, we're going to celebrate you. Sounds like fun to me. Let's do it. All right. I want to give a shout out to band and choir. Unfortunately, my daughter had a choir concert of her own last night, and the times were too close, and I couldn't make it to the band concert. But Mrs. Frame, you were there. Mrs. Mann was there. You sent me some videos. You all sounded phenomenal. You sounded so great. And I also want to give a shout out to our choir performing for Skyview kids yesterday. Again, after all the accolades earlier this week, here you go again, performing for younger students, inspiring them to get involved in choir. Mrs. Frame, I'm going to go ahead and bring in Mrs. Mann and Miss Conklin too. But Mrs. Mann, Mrs. Frame, anything to say about band last night?
Just great job. You guys are amazing, inspiring, and so brave. I know getting up in front of everyone and playing and singing in front of so many people can sometimes be harder, nerve-wracking, but you guys did amazing.
Yeah. Watching the band from their performance in December until tonight, or not tonight, last night, it was just vast improvement. And they had new instruments. Some of them are learning to play their second instrument. And it was just a lot of fun. They had some fun songs. The train sounds that they made, that was really cool. They did a great job. It was fun to watch.
I liked hearing, I heard the trombones in one part of the video you sent me. They did their note they played. And I was like, ooh, there go the trombones.
Yeah.
Very, very cool. So you all are phenomenal. Very proud. You think of where you started last summer, the first time many of you ever held an instrument, and now look at what you did. Mm-hmm. That's awesome. That's why we say at the end of Liftoff, we grow, that's what you've done. Sometimes it sounds cheesy, but it's really, really true. Think of how you've progressed from beginning of the year to end and celebrate that, no matter what you're working on. So we're proud of all of you. All right, just a reminder, awards assemblies next week. Students, if your parents ask, like, hey, when's your award assembly? Teachers have sent out invites to parents of students who are receiving awards. So that's how parents know if they are to come. And if your parents do ask, if they say, yeah, I got an invite, they can come in person to the awards assemblies, or they can watch online. We'll be broadcasting it just like we do Liftoff. And then just a reminder, I've continued to hear and see teachers reminding students about cell phones, about gum, about hoods. Students, you know the rules, plain and simple. And I understand if you're coming in the door in the morning with a hood on, and as you walk in the first 10, 20 steps, you're like, oh yeah, and you take your hood off. But if you're at lunch and you have your hood and, Miss Stacy says, hey, take your hood off, and you do, and then I come in 5 minutes later and I ask you to take your hood off, and then Mrs. Frame sees you, in the hall 20 minutes later and asks you to take your hood off, that is not okay. You are blatantly disrespecting the rules. You have decided not to follow the rules, and that's not okay. And we're going to have consequences for students who we have to continue to tell. So, cell phones, no matter which class you're in, no matter which grade you're in, we don't see them during the day at all. That's it. Hoods, we're not wearing them during the day at all, unless we're out on the playground and it's cold outside. All right, which probably isn't going to happen from here on out. So let's make sure we're doing the right thing. I don't want to, and then if you do get corrected on something, I'm hearing students still talk disrespectfully to their teachers, and that really hurts my heart because your teachers have worked very hard for you all year. So to argue with a teacher is not okay. I don't know if that's what happens at home, if you argue with your parents on things and they're okay with that, but I'm telling you right now, as leader of this school, I'm not okay with it. I'm not going to have students arguing with teachers. So if a teacher corrects you, just say, okay, yes, ma'am, yes, sir, sorry, be kind, because all they're doing is what I expect them to do. All right. I ask our teachers to enforce the rules. So don't be disrespectful to your teacher just because they're doing what I ask them to do. All right. So make sure you're doing the right thing as we close out this school year. We're going to have 5 great days Fifth grade, you have a very special trip today, so follow directions, be great, have fun, and show the teachers that you can do a good job. It's a real privilege to be able to go do something like that after the last few years of COVID and all that. So take advantage of that and have a great day doing that. All right. Any other reminders, ladies?
I've been seeing a lot of like throwing things in the gym in the morning before school starts, in the cafeteria. And friends, that's just not acceptable. We're not throwing things in the building at all anyway. But we're definitely not throwing food in the cafeteria, and we're not throwing things in the gym while we're waiting for class to start. So keep your things to yourself, keep it in your backpack. Remember, we're not bringing toys to school. Clean up after yourself in the cafeteria, please.
All right.
And I want to throw in there, please make sure that your body is covered in appropriate places. Make sure your shirts are long enough. Make sure your shorts are long enough. We don't want to see any tummies or bottoms or any of that stuff. So make sure you're covered up.
Okay, sixth grade, reminder, you have a Miller Money Movie Reward this afternoon. Those of you who are attending, Mrs. Frame, will we call for them on intercom? We're ready for them?
We can definitely call for them on intercom. We'll call one pod at a time.
All right, so we'll call down for, and then if you're not going to the movie reward, you follow your special schedule or elective schedule like normal, except for academic achievement, Mrs. Frame.
Yes, they're meeting in the academic achievement for 7th hour. You guys will meet in the pit with Mr. Butcher and Mrs. Fowler.
All right, so there you go, sixth grade. That's the plan for today. Mrs. Mann, is today a special day other than being Friday the 13th?
Of course it is. In spite of it being Friday the 13th, it's National Apple Pie Day.
Oh, that's a good one.
So I've never made an apple pie, but I have a frozen one in my freezer. Maybe I'll get it out today and we'll have some.
There you go. With some vanilla ice cream on the side, maybe.
There you go.
All right. Well, let's get to a corny joke today. This one was a student submission on Schoology. Thank you to the students who send me good jokes on Schoology. Ladies, you may have heard this one, maybe not. Do you know why the pickle was proud? Kind of like our band and choir students.
Ooh, because he was a big deal.
Big deal. That's right. That's a good one. Thank you, Draven Stanley, for sending that one into me. I appreciate it. Great corny joke of the day. All right, Mrs. Mann, Miss Conklin, have a great day. Thanks for joining us. And Mrs. Frame, if you would lead us in the pledges.
Yeah, students, go ahead and stand. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I salute the flag of the state of Oklahoma. Its symbols of peace unite all people. You may be seated for your moment of silence. During this time, you may reflect, meditate, pray, or engage in other silent activity.
All right. Well, let's launch this great Friday so everybody can get on to their fantastic day. Mrs. Frame, we are
Lakeview.
We are not
Average.
We will strive
for the Miller 5.
And remember, whatever it takes, we will
grow.
3, 2, 1.
Lift off.
All right. Have a fantastic last Friday of the school year, everybody. Bye-bye.